Fellow Biafrans, sons and daughters of the soil, my dear family, today I stand before you with a heavy heart, but with an unbreakable resolve. I stand not...
Okay, let your mind not be troubled, let your heart not cut. You see what you just finished, watch, or maybe this is just a tip of the iceberg. The reason why I'm bringing this message is because there is a directive from the government of USB to share this message. Or Abeze listened to this guy finish and said, my dear people, this message need to be shared. Don't worry, I will allow you to finish the message. I will show you the full clip. I will download it. In fact, watch the clip now. Then we'll come back here to discuss more.
Fellow Biafrans, sons and daughters of the soil, my dear family, today I stand before you with a heavy heart, but with an unbreakable resolve. I stand not merely as the head of the fourth administrations of the Directorate of State of the indigenous people of Biafra, but as a son of Biafra who has watched with profound pain as our sacred mission movement endured years of internal divisions, confusion, and controversy. By the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiyama and under the authority vested upon me by our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I make this solemn pledge before every Biafrans across the world. The era of confusion, betrayal, abandonment, and internal sabotage is over. Our movement must return to the principle upon which it was founded: truth, loyalty, discipline, sacrifice, accountability, and absolute commitment to the restoration of Biafra. Today, our Supreme Leader has exercised his constitutional authority from Sokoto Custodian Center by reconstituting the Directorate of State. Predictably, some of those who have been removed are now challenging the very authority they previously relied upon. Their opposition demonstrates either a failure to study the IPOB Code of Conduct or deliberate refusal to accept its clear provisions. Let us remember an undeniable fact. The previous Directorate of State was appointed by Onyendi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu while he was detained in Kuje prison. They accepted those appointments without hesitation. They exercised the authority delegated to them from Kuje prison. At no point did they reject those appointments on the ground that the Supreme Leader was in detention or incapable of exercising his powers. Yet, when their actions were questioned and their ambitions exposed, they suddenly began advancing the argument that the same leader who appointed them had somehow become incapacitated and could no longer exercise his authority. This contradiction speaks for itself. Authority cannot be valid when it benefits you and becomes invalid when the moment you are held accountable. Our code of conduct is unequivocal. The absolute authority to appoint, suspend, dissolve, and dismiss principal officers of IPOB rests exclusively with our Supreme Leader, Onyendi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That authority cannot be delegated away, usurped, or vetoed by any committee, individual, or group. The command and control structure remains exactly as established. Authority flows from Onyendu through the Directorate of State and down every recognized structure of our movement. That principle shall never again be compromised. Accordingly, let this serve as a formal notice to all concerned. Any individual or group that forcefully presents itself as the leader of IPOB purports to exercise powers it does not possess, or use the name, identity, insignia, or structure of IPOB for fraudulent or unauthorized purposes, does so entirely at its own risk. Such conduct may expose those responsible to legal consequences under the laws of the jurisdictions within which they reside. Our governing document, the IPOB Code of Conduct, has been formally communicated to governments and relevant authorities in countries where IPOB maintains recognized structures. Should dispute requiring judicial determination arise, we are confident that the relevant courts will examine our governing framework and determine the rights, responsibility, and legal consequence in accordance with the applicable law and the evidence placed before them. Our movement is governed by law, not by personality, by constitutional order, not by disorder, and by discipline, not by opportunism. My fellow Biafrans, we must move forward with purpose. One of the first priorities of my administration is to the restoration of Radio Biafra. That powerful voice, which educated, inspired, and mobilized millions, has remained silent for far too long. We are determined to restore it so that the authenticity voice of our struggle will soon again be heard throughout the world without distortions or manipulation. We must also never forget our brothers and sisters who remain in various detention centers and prisons across Nigeria because of this struggle. Our legal team has commenced identifying individuals who have remained in the custody of the Department of State Services, DSS, for extended periods, as well as those held in various correctional facilities. Efforts are ongoing to facilitate appropriate legal representations and to pursue all lawful avenues available for their cases. A movement that cannot care for those who sacrifice their freedom for its cause has abandoned its own conscience. My administration is committed to ensuring that every genuine Biafran prisoner and their families remain the attention, welfare, and support they deserve. My administration is committed to ensuring that every genuine Biafran prisoners and their families received the attention, welfare, and support they deserve. Furthermore, the administration recognizes the importance of ensuring that welfare arrangements for members of the Eastern Security Network are administered in accordance with the movement's established policies. Measures are being reviewed to improve the management of welfare support and to strengthen oversight and accountability for resources allocated for their purpose. Equally important is the financial accountability. Every contribution made by Biafrans across the world represents sacrifice. Those resources belong to the movement, not individual. Our administration will restore financial discipline, transparency, and confidence throughout every structure of IPOB. My administration will provide weekly updates regarding the legal proceedings involving our Supreme Leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Our people deserve accurate information, not rumors, not propaganda or confusion. Despite the challenges of the recent years, I stand before you filled with hope our diplomatic representative continues to engage constructively with friends of justice across the international community. And we remain optimistic that significant progress will emerge. My dear brothers and sisters, this is our moment of renewal. Let us put bitterness behind us. Let us rebuild trust, restore discipline, and strengthen our unity. Our strength has never, rested in personalities, but in our collective convictions that our people deserve justice, dignity, security, freedom, and the right to determine their own future. The ship of Biafra is back on course. To every genuine Biafrans at home and throughout the diaspora, I say stand firm, remain peaceful, disciplined, and united. Protect the integrity of our movement. Together, under the leadership of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we shall continue this historic journey until our objective is achieved. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to bless, strengthen, and protect every genuine Biafrans wherever they may be. Biafra will be free. Thank you. Ndewo.
Very well. Now I have given you what you want to see, right? I want you to give me what I want. What I want is for you to share this message. Don't give me money. Don't publicize me. Share this message. All the very, very important part. Information is coming from different angles. Even including Mike Arnold. Tell us to share this message on his own platform. You know Mike Arnold, the ex-Texas mayor. He said, Biafrans, please, he begged. He said, in whatever name you want me to beg you, please share this message. That's the reason why I'm here. I'm not here to add anything to what he said or to subtract from what he said. But I'm doing the right thing, or what I feel it is the right thing. He has done his part. I am doing my part. Then here comes the bigger question here. Are you doing your part? What have you done other than criticizing or looking for faults from people who are doing this work so that you can castigate them or rather frustrate them from what they are doing? Is that what you have been called to do? I ask again, is that your call to, is that, in fact, let that call not turn to call to glory. If not, you just call to come and be destabilizing what you are doing, my brother, that call where they call you to come and distract us will turn to call to glory, to your head. I am not pointing at anybody, but if you know that you have been on my platform watching from January to December, you never share for one message, you never even comment, not even to click like becomes your problem. My brother, if you are among those whom they call to distract us, but I don't want to pray, but I said, let that call not turn to call to glory. Everybody is putting their effort. Nwoke, nwanyo, onyuku, onyenta. Imagine Colonel Nwobosi. Do you know how many years is that man? Colonel Nwobosi, who was present during the 1966 till today. Imagine him doing his own part to make sure that he tell us to know. That is exactly what he did by that open confession he made, or that exposition he made. It's just to encourage the future Biafrans that you people have to start now to fight you because Sokoto Caliphate is coming. That is what he did. He has done his part. So going to his grave now, he will go as a fulfilled man. He see the 1966 pogrom. He see the 1966 coup. In fact, Colonel Nwobosi is what they call him. Colonel Nwobosi. So he's also a colonel in the Nigerian army. Are you hearing me now? So he sees everything. He sees everything that happened, the one that is happened in the past, the one that will happen, and the one that is happening. So what that man did is what they have been expecting that idiot go on to do. Just clear his mind. Look at exactly what happened though on that 1966 before they struck. Because of takeover, Islamization, and the fraternization agenda, conquer agenda, is the reason why that coup took place. It is not what they told us initially. So, thank God that this our old pale Don't clear the road. So that the future generation of Biafrans is going to move with this narrative, rather than the narrative that the Zuu media, or rather the Lagos and Ibadan media, coupled with the BBC, they shared about that 1960 to 1970. You know, their story is not clear. They lied against the Biafrans. In fact, they lied against the existence of Biafrans and lied against our ancestors and our forefathers who fought tirelessly to make sure that they secured that our 5 plot of land for us. They call it 5 plot of land, and we secured it, and that is where we do it today. Anyway, let me not waste much time. We have to dissect the comment sections ASAP. Because that's so normally I don't supposed to talk anything. I just come show you the message and say 1 or 2 things, read comment, and then I move on, because this is not my message. The reason I'm sharing it is because the government of USB plus other allies, including Mike Arnold, said that this message needs to go viral, that this message is sinking into the deep ear of Donald J. Trump, that Trump listened to that message, he watched it, and he smiled, according to Mike Arnold. Pious Ife, that is a brother. We dare your back. This is the quality of leadership. His speech is encouraging. My prayer for you is that you will not join the bad eggs for this struggle. Rather, make our leader proud, so that the Zuu will continue failing and our Onyendu will come out victorious with Biafra flag on the air. This man now, Pius Ife Nachi, he has contributed his own. What he said here, did it make a sense? It make a whole lot of sense. He said, make sure you did not compromise and join the bad eggs. He don't contribute his own already. So the man will also see this, and they know that he have a task ahead of him. That task is never to backslide or to betray. That is a very big task ahead of Chris Nwogu. Kachi Ata said, job well done. Our Biafra anthem must be played whenever our DOS is addressing Biafrans. Our Biafran anthem is a spirit song. Thanks for your wonderful address. Joke Okechukwu said, now we have good brains piloting affairs of Biafra. I am proud to say the DOS are wise. The era of miscreants are over. All must help Biafra. That era of miscreants you are talking about is what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa made it categorically clear long time ago. That people who fought to get the Biafra will be different from people who is going to maintain the government of Biafra going forward. But when these people are seeing that, oh, there is profit in this, they have been collecting money from different angles, or for the, at the expense of the poor Biafrans in the Biafraland. You tell them to give up power. They tell you, no, we are doing charity work. Oh, we are doing charity work. Then give up that charity work. You say no. If they call for election, they tell you one day, you have served us enough. Please, we thank you for your job well done. Let another person try. Intellect, you listen to English. Unlike what I don't get kere. Oh, and vam. Ndara, bina la suba. My people, I beg, we will take a break. More of these videos will be dropping anytime soon when we get anyone. So please, make sure you share, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on all our social media handles. And I believe you know what to do next. Kachineke Meziogu.